Look around at housing costs, supply chain bottlenecks, and rising insurance premiums. It feels like we are living inside a legacy operating system where the code is decaying, but nobody has the administrator password to fix it. Right now, society treats you as a passive user. You click through the terms of service of your own life, experiencing the bugs of a closed-source system without any ability to open up the hood and patch the errors. But what if the entrance to the back end wasn't a polling booth, but a joke? Enter the twinkle concept. It starts with an everyday gripe, like staring at a lavender public urinal mat and complaining about toll roads or grocery prices. That lowbrow frustration actually acts as a doorway into a deep, usable civic policy tree. We are designing a replacement operating system. Instead of aiming for a flawless, impossible utopia, we are building a protopia, a reality that simply gets a little bit better every day, driven by a core logic of joyful, responsible abundance. And we need a physical server to test this new code. That server is North Stradbroke Island, locally known as Minjerribah, a self-contained environment off the coast of Queensland, Australia. Consider this the first drop of a live-action, open-source game. We are handing you the tools to stop playing as a passive citizen and start acting as a developer. The gameplay starts at level 0, the bait. Before anyone cares about grand political theory, they care about their commute and their paycheck. We build tools that address immediate friction points, like auditing long-term toll road contracts or preparing workers for the AI job shock. Once we solve a small problem, we earn real-world trust. That moves us to level 1, the local node. On the island, this looks like a physical market stall called Strange But True, where locals can ask plain English questions about AI, tech support, or community grants. Look at this disaster kiosk blueprint. On sunny days, it shows local notices. When the grid collapses, it switches to an offline emergency mesh network. Running on top is the Ready SET co-op, keeping training and community work strictly within the island's ecosystem. People ignore dusty emergency equipment until a disaster is already happening. By making these systems highly useful for ordinary daily tasks, we build the exact social and technical habits required to survive a systemic crisis. Upgrading society requires upgrading the individual. Level 2 introduces the Aura of Intelligence, a tool to become the active architect of your own consciousness. This creates what we call the sovereignty stack. By building a digital twin and mapping your memories into the musicverse, you reclaim ownership of your personal data from centralized platforms. You are effectively creating a private, intelligent ledger of who you are, which serves as the foundation for decentralized civic repair. Once the individual is sovereign, we enter level 3, the metagame. This introduces the People's Purple Prototopian Party of Australia, or P4A. Instead of traditional politics, P4A functions as an open-source, version-controlled rulebook for a braided economy. Before voting on constitutional changes, we run proposed laws through a cyber republic simulator, allowing citizens to model rapid what-if scenarios long before reaching a ballot box. By taking ownership of your digital identity and testing these civic rules in a simulator, you move from being a subject of an algorithm to the architect of a self-sovereign society. The architecture is drafted, and the physical testbed is active. We are not waiting for institutional permission or legacy politicians to sign off on this future. We are simply building it. While the soul of this project lives on Minjerribah, the machine extends outward. We are creating a direct pipeline connecting the island's local innovations to the urban ecosystems of Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Consider this the current dev update. This is version 1. Behind the scenes, semi-autonomous generative AI agent teams are constantly weaving together new code, refining local data, and charting the structural pathways for subterranean ecosystems and resilient infrastructure. We define the ultimate win state as GAJRA, Godrat Earth, a global association for joyful, responsible abundance. Now it's your turn to log in, access the ledgers, read the protopian source texts, and begin playtesting these tools in your own neighborhood. Reality is an open-source game. The legacy code is failing, but the repository is public. It is entirely up to us to patch the world.